It's your smell. What the bird is barbecuing.
G'day you filthy jabronis of the PMC, it is your boy, TheVerdIncarnate, back with you again. We are here for the Week 11 matchup. Your Tampa Bay Frogadiers are currently 9-1 up against the Kansas City Kingdras, who are chilling at 4-6. So this is a big battle, because if Kingdra wins this, it blows the conference wide open when it comes to playoffs. Honestly, like I said in my team builder these last 2 weeks, I don't mind if I win or not, I just want good battles. So, in order for that to be possible, I'm going to go Music 21. And if you remember my team correctly, I have a Life Orb Tauros, I have a 4 attacks Absol, I have Rocky Helmet T-Wave Cress, I have fully specially defensive Assault Vest Tangrowth, specially defensive Ockerberry Skarm, and a fast Assault Vest Nidoqueen. So let's see what my boy Kingdra brought. I brought my notepad again, ready to write down some stuff. Let's see what he brought. I'm pretty much expecting, yeah, okay. He brought the Dusknoir and the Muck, which is weird. Did he not bring Metagross? That's amazing. Okay. That's actually incredible. He did bring Omastar, which is why I'm glad I brought specially defensive Pokemon. Let's see, Omastar is there. We got Dusknoir, which is like, it's annoying. I don't really have a good way of dealing with that unless I Mega Evolve with Absol. So that's just, I really didn't think he'd bring it, to be fair. Very, very weird bring against my team, but nevertheless, he didn't bring Altaria either. This tells me definitely right off the bat, Sucker Punch or Nidoqueen is expendable. I'm going to leave with it because he didn't bring Galvantula either, so I didn't need to leave with Tauros. Really wish I brought DD Zygarde instead of Tauros now, perhaps, but then again, like once Dusknoir goes down, he's got nothing for Tauros, which rips through his team. Pursuit as well isn't really going to be that helpful, but things that I'm worried about, definitely I'm a little bit worried about Omastar. If it gets up a Shell Smash, that's annoying. I do have 2 Sucker Punch Mon though, so I should be able to deal with it just fine. That might be the clutch bit of Sucker Punch there. And also, Omastar can't really set up on too much of my team. Skarmory can obviously just Whirlwind it out, because I'm especially defensive. Tauros can just go for an EQ and just murk it. Absol can just go for a knockoff and then follow up with a Sucker Punch. Yeah, so not a lot that Omastar can do against the majority of my team. Obviously, the best one is if you try setting up on Crest and I can get off that T-Wave, would be really, really nice to be able to weaken it down. But best of luck, Kingdra. Let's have a good battle, man. I'm excited. I'm going to lead Nidoqueen because, frankly, it has a great matchup against everything on his team. Yeah, I have no real reason not to lead with it in this matchup, definitely. The speed creep now, since he didn't bring Metagross, kind of sucks, but at the same time, like, I could kind of wreck anything on his team. So he's going to lead with Omastar. Okay. So this is pretty good for me, because I believe since I'm Assault Vest I can take any hit from an Omastar. But we're gonna just double check, because I have been wrong before. I'm wrong on a regular basis. So and we DC straight away. So that's, you know, phenomenal. My internet's fine, but it's obviously his. We'll pause and get back to that point. Okay, we are back. One thing I just need to quickly calculate. I didn't calculate before. Really don't think it's going to happen, but just on the off chance it does. Hydro Pump to an Assault Vest Nidoqueen has only a 6.3% chance to kill us. We are quite safe to click Earth Power here, guys, because it'll kill him if he's not sashed. So there's that. And if he is sashed, then he has no way to actually revenge us straight away, and if he Shell Smashes, we can follow up with a Sucker Punch, and down goes Omastar by turn 2. And Nidoqueen wouldn't have lost any health, so we're in a very strong spot here. We're going to Earth Power, we add speed obviously, this will kill if he's not sashed. He's sashed, that's fine. Does he go for the Shell Smash is the question. He does reveal the Hydro. If he's modest, it has like the smallest roll to kill us. And he doesn't get it, because that wouldn't be fair. I'm pretty free to click Sludge Wave now and get a kill. I don't see anything on his team that wants to take a Sludge Wave. Especially if he tries to double in a Shaman or Altaria predicting Earth Power. Sludge Wave is a pretty safe option. I don't believe Omastar gets any form of priority. I could be mistaken. I'm going to Sludge Wave. So yeah, he does have a Hydro. That definitely was a roll in my favour to live, guys. It was 85.9 to 101.5. So if he goes into his video now and complains about the roll, then you guys know that the roll was actually in my favour. He had a 6.3% chance to kill me there. And you almost got it. The amount of times people have almost... The amount of times this season that people have got the rolls to kill me is ridiculous. I think we should be able to get a kill this turn, though. He may switch out if he wants to preserve Omasar, but now I'm pretty good because he doesn't have a form of hazard removal. All I gotta do is get up Rox's Skarmory, and then one of the biggest threats on his team is dead. Straight up, which is phenomenal. That's a really, really good thing for us. Sucks that I had to like have Nidoqueen take so much damage. I could have just gone straight into Tangrowth, yeah. But at the same time, if he'd gone for the Shell Smash, it would have been bad. But he lights Omastar go down. Okay. So, Omastar dies to Nido. So Nidoqueen picks up his 14th kill of the season. That is ridiculous. 2 turns in, we are one up on him. So it's 6-5. What does he go into now is what I want to know. He could go in Emboar, potentially. He could go in a Shaman, which is obviously a fine play. If he goes in Altaria, we might outspeed it if he's adamant. He doesn't know how fast we are, that's the thing. So if he's an adamant Altaria again, or like a modest Altaria, we'll actually outspeed that and be able to kill it. There's an Emboar. Potentially has the Sucker Punch. He could also be Scarfed. I have no reason to risk my Nidoqueen as he has no way to set up hazards on his team, so I can preserve Nidoqueen for later in the game. So I'm going straight out to Gobbledygook, and we're going to gauge from this damage what kind of Emboar we're dealing with. He could just go for Sucker Punch as well, which would be completely fine by me. He doesn't have a good way on his team to deal with Crest regardless. If I was Carmine Crest, he would have just lost. Okay, he goes for Flare Blitz. I'm going to assume he's Scarfed. Let's see if there's a Scarf damage. That looks very much like Scarfed damage. Yeah, I want to say that's Scarfed. Honestly, I think I just clicked T-Way. I'm looking at his team. And I'm looking for like a Mega, for a Cresselia switch in. Potentially could be Shaman, so Paralyzing that could be a moot point. I actually want to go for the Moonlight here because I think he is Scarfed. I think he's going to switch. And if he goes out to Shaman, I can be at full health to deal with Emboar later in game. If he's Scarfed, then my Crest is going to be able to deal with this thing all day. Yeah, this is fine. I think he's going to go out to Shaman. I guess that's a Dust Noir. That's also an appropriate play. He's going to frisk my Rocky Helmet. Surprise, surprise. Now, I'm in a bit of an interesting spot here. Part of me wants to go for the Thunder Wave because obviously I can go out to Skarm and get up my rocks, which is nice. But I kind of want to go for the Thunder Wave to see if he goes for the Will-O-Wisp or not, because I kind of want to go hard out to Absol against this thing. And I have Shadow Ball as well, so I can kind of 1v1 this thing, to be fair. I'm gonna Thunder Wave. I'm gonna Thunder Wave this thing to see just exactly what it wants to do against me. I should be able to handle most Dusty Noir sets. If it's a sub, that's kind of scary. Nightshade. Okay, that'll hurt a little bit. Since he's paralyzed now, I want to take this opportunity to go hard into my Absol, as I feel like he'll go for it again. And then it gets me a free Mega. I don't think he'll Willow now. I don't think it's his appropriate play. I'm hoping he doesn't Willow. We're going to cross our fingers here and hope he doesn't go for Willow, or else that is going to be very, very bad for us in the course of this battle. Please don't Willow, please. Don't go for Will-O-Wisp. Toxic, that's fine. I'll take a Toxic. Doesn't Toxic my Crest, which is totally fine. Absol being Toxic is annoying, but I can definitely deal with it, because at this point, I can basically just Mega Evolve and click Knock Off, and there is not anything on this team right now that wants to take this. Dust Noir can just take a huge amount of damage, and this also means that Absol can't get burned at any point of the battle, which is great. He can't go into Emboar straight away because I will knock off that Choice Scarf, and then he will definitely be in Zen Headbutt range, so he can't take that risk at all. So I think he might lose another Pokemon here. Muck can potentially take one, I don't know. Depends on the Muck spread. Shaman's definitely not. Mega Altaria could if it's a defensive spread, but I can just go for Knockoff plus Iron Tail, and Mega Altaria will go down, so I think he's about to lose a Pokemon. Unless he goes out to Muck, but even if he does, I'm not really too worried. All I needed was just Mega off with Absol. That was a huge thing, that was a big thing I wanted to get. Was the Mega Evolution off with my Absol at this point of the battle is just massive. I'm going to drink a bit of my hot chocolate here. But I'm feeling pretty good at this point. He's going to withdraw. Don't know what out to. Shaman. This is not taking a knockoff, friend. I don't know what kind of Shaman you're running. If it's a Choice Scarf Shaman, it's about to lose its Choice Scarf, but I think he's just sacking it, which is fine by me. I don't really mind at all. I'm just going to fire off a knockoff. Should do a ton. It does do a ton of specs. I don't know if another knockoff will kill, actually, from that range. Do I want a Sucker Punch to make sure? Spec Shaman against not Disable. Okay. Ab. Oh my god, why is it typing like that? ABS, there we go. Absol. Okay. So knockoff may have just got a max roll, depending on his Shaman spread. Sucker Punch is definitely a kill from here. If Shaman is no item, knockoff is definitely a roll. Judging on that damage, could I potentially get a kill with Iron Tail? Is that worth it? Not really. I think my play is to Sucker Punch here and get the kill. As this should knock out Shaman from the damage I'm looking at right now. And it does. Sweet. So, Shaman dies to Mega Absol. Sucker Punch. He should go back out to his Emboar, I would assume. Because he could go Mega Altaria, maybe. No, he does go Emboar. That's fine. Emboar doesn't really have a good way, even with Scarf, to hit my Crest super badly. Plus, I can just keep on chipping away at him. Plus, I also have a sack in Nidoqueen. I think from the range of health that my Crest is at, I should be able to take back-to-back Flare Blitzes. So, I'm just going to go out to Crest, because I can just weaken this Emboar. You're seeing how much damage every time he goes to Flare Blitz is doing anyway. So he might double here, but I really lose nothing from switching out to Crest. Preserving Absol is very important, as knockoff spam is very good against his team. The poison damage is annoying, but above that, like, nothing else is really that annoying in this matchup. Yeah, in a very strong position here. I don't really see a sweeper at Scrim right now, because Altaria, like, whatever I'm bringing in is able to deal with Altaria, even if he doubles into Altaria now, which is a fine play. I don't know if he'll do it. I definitely feel like this is a Scarfed Emboar. He's been bringing it in as if it's Scarf. The damage is Scarf. So I'm thinking he has to go out to either Dusknoir. He does, but don't really agree with that play, to be fair, because at this point I can go from Crest straight back into Absol, which is definitely my play, because if he goes for the Nightshade, it does 50 HP, which my Absol can live plus poison, plus a potential Shadow Sneak, and then just get a knockout. Question is if I can live the Shadow Sneak. I think my better play might be sacking Nidoqueen to get back in Absol for free, because differential at this point isn't that big of a deal. And as much as I want Nidoqueen to kind of rise up the overall kills, he might have Shadow Sneak on the Muck. Like, I know that my Nidoqueen could kill Muck, you know, Altaria, Emboar if it doesn't have its Choice Scarf, but honestly, that's not the way I play. I play smart, and so the smart play is to sack off Nidoqueen here, to allow Absol to come back in for free to get a kill. I don't want to risk Nightshade plus Poison plus Shadow Sneak, because that's just dumb. That's a terrible thing to risk. Oh, that's unfortunate. He gets fully paralyzed. Okay, so this will tell me if he has Shadow Sneak or not, though, because I'm honestly just fine sacking off Nidoqueen here, so I get free damage. Could Sucker. Feel like it's going to do nothing. I think Earth Power does the most with Dusknoir, so I'm just going to go for Earth Power. We'll see if he has Shadow Sneak, because I'm fine dying to Shadow Sneak here. I don't care. Like, if you have it, then feel free. Feel free to go for it, man. I don't care. I'm more than content dying. Is he potentially afraid of what my Nidoqueen could be running? I don't know. He might think that, I don't know. I don't know what he thinks right now. If he switches, that's wild. Switches out to Mega Altaria, that would be crazy. I'm just Earth Powering because honestly it's my best play at this point of the battle. He's probably calculating to see how much to do. I'm just looking for damage on Dusknoir to the point that he gets put in the range of dying to knock off from Absol. That's all I'm really looking for here, because I know that I can beat this Dusknoir regardless, so Nidoqueen is basically a sack at this point. I don't really need it. Like, Muck could have Shadow Sneak. If Altaria is a speed boosting nature, I get outsped regardless. Ember is Scarfed. It's not really doing much to Dusknoir, but I just need damage. So, just waiting on Kingdra. He's gonna withdraw. This is probably gonna die unless he's air balloon. This is, yeah, that was an interesting play. That does a ton. Unless this has Shadow Sneak, I don't really know what that was. I could Sucker Punch, but honestly, like, there's no point. I just click Earth Power again. If he has Shadow Sneak, so be it. If he doesn't, he just, you know, sacked his Muck for no reason. That's now damaged to the point where Absol's knockoff will kill it too, so Absol is almost in a position to sweep. He's gonna go to Altaria now. I could have Ice Beamed, but the reason why I didn't Ice Beam there, guys, is because, like, there wasn't any need to. If he went out to Altaria, it didn't matter. I'm gonna Sludge Wave, and if he is not a speed boosting nature, we can actually get off the Sludge Wave before he can get off his attack. Like, this whole time, this whole point of the battle, I have been more than happy sacking off Nidoqueen, so I don't mind if it goes down here. But if he is not a speed boosting nature on his Altaria, he will actually die to this Sludge Wave. So let's see if you're a speed boosting nature. You're not, so you should probably die to the Sludge Wave. God, okay. Well, so in a weird turn of events, he decided to sack off his Mega Altaria for no reason. Okay. And that is all from a full power. That's ridiculous. I have no reason not to go back out to Crest, do I? Nidoqueen's still got so much worth to my team. It's gonna stay in, I don't care. That is wild that he did that. I feel bad for Kingdra. That Para really screwed him over. He is gonna Blitz. I don't really mind. At this point, Crest is getting the recoil that I need to secure a victory, as I don't believe another one is gonna be able to kill me from here. Actually, I think it's a roll, because that last one, yeah, it's definitely a roll, but I'm gonna just Moonlight and see if I can live it. At this point, I don't really have much to lose. We'll see if we can live this one. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. We barely live it, but we do live it. He doesn't die to recoil just yet, and we can just get off that Moonlight pretty freely here. And at this point, I think Crest just sweeps. It's unfortunate. I'm just going to Moonlight one more time. If he wants to switch out, he can. He doesn't. That's also fine. We can take this, obviously, unless he crits us, which that was a lot of damage that time. That was a big roll. But Ember's going to die. Ember dies to Crest. That's going to count as a residual kill. Crest there. So Dusknoir's paralyzed. Muck, I will be able to outspeed and kill. So as I said, I think Crest just cleans up. I actually want to go hard out to Absol, because his best play to beat Crest is to Toxic, not to Nightshade. So I'm going to do that. Because at this point, Absol can also just clean up. I don't think he's going to Nightshade. It's not his best play. Toxic is by far his best play here. But he chooses the Nightshade. That's fine. That's understandable. Definitely judging on the way he's been playing, I don't believe Kingdra has access to Shadow Sneak, which means I believe I can live one from here anyway, and I should be able to just fire off a knockoff. And it might not kill the Dusknoir, but the point is it's going to get the damage off to allow Nidoqueen to get my last 2 kills. I'm happy sacking off Absol, and then Nidoqueen can pick up the last 2 kills. That's the game plan here. Unless it just kills straight up, which it doesn't. Get rid of the lefties. He will Nightshade and take out Absol. So I lose 1 Pokemon for the game, but I think Nidoqueen's gonna come in clutch here. Yeah, I think Nidoqueen can just come in and get the last 2 kills. I just click Earth Power twice and it's over. The Dusknoir was a bit of an issue, but it wasn't too bad. And Nido can now just come in and click Earth Power twice, like I said, unless he has had Shadow Sneak this whole time and chose not to go for it, which he doesn't. And we're going to pick up a 5-0 win today, which is pretty nice. And the Nidoqueen now is equal top of the kills. It is actually even now. Unless this Muck has Shadow Sneak, but I don't think it does, because he would have gone for it surely. So I'm just going to let that again. And that should be that. Anyway. Hopefully that's the end of this. And it is. So Muck is going to go down to that Earth Power. Nidoqueen now with 17 kills for the season, equaling Manaphy now as the leading kill getter for the league, and we're going to pick up a nice 5-0 win. Takes us now to 10-1 with a plus 29 differential. Not like we need any more help with that, but that is going to do it, guys. Really solid battle. Shout out to Kingdras. Go check out his channel. He played really well, but unfortunately just made a couple of bad plays around the Nidoqueen that allowed it to kind of go on a tear at the end there. And the prep that we did put in the work. Crest being able to 1v1 the Emboar, Nidoqueen being able to outspeed non-speed boosting Altaria. So that was great. We're going to move on now. We only have 1 match left. We basically obviously secured top seed easily. But our last match is against CJ and the Baltimore Orioles. Hopefully it's a good one. But as you guys know, I'm the Bird, and I'm out this week.